Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. Thought we'd start today on Louis Malden. We've not really seen much of him well, we've not seen much of him at all, to be fair. We're in the bag on his head and whatnot, but we've not really talked about him for quite a little while, because he's just sort of been going along, biding his time, being a reasonably decent goalkeeper at time. I think he gets a bit of a hard rap sometimes in the comments, just because sometimes of the goals we concede, and I just don't feel a lot of the time like a goalkeeper, a different keeper would have done any better with a lot of them. But what I would say is, now that he's turned 22, we can see his potential, and, well, he's basically already at it. Which is frustrating, and like some people's, like the way it works is that once you turn 22, obviously the game then sort of locks it in, because you're no longer a prospect at that point. And unfortunately, he's not really going to get any better than he's still worth £8.5 million though. So what I am thinking is that we probably need to look for a new goalkeeper. In fact, not probably, we definitely do, to actually play a first team role for us. And I think that's something I'm probably not going to do this season. I don't think we need to do it. It's not an immediate issue, because I think we're going to be okay. But in the summer, that's definitely going to be one of my key points to do, regardless of what the analysis says, because I think we do need to find ourselves a brilliant goalkeeper with a much higher potential ceiling. That's what I'm basically looking at with that. Keep Bruno Bridges around till he retires. I want to see him listed as a club legend for him to have his own testimonial one day. So the plan with Bruno really now is I definitely want to keep him around long enough for him to have a testimonial. That's providing he doesn't then like beg me to leave, and he has done a couple of times, and I've managed to talk him down from the ledge, so to speak. So I want to keep him around long enough to get a testimonial. Now that's still going to be a little while yet, because we're only in season 7, so we need to get to season 10, maybe 11 to actually get that testimonial. Now obviously I feel like we will do, because there's no way we're winning the Champions League that quickly. So that will definitely happen, hopefully. But after that, I might let him go out on his own, set him free back into the wild, and just sort of see where his career takes him after that. Maybe do another episode of Building Bridges. Football didn't matter in this episode, especially after the BB segment. Yeah, I mean, I basically just had some extra time and was feeling quite creative and wanted to sort of expand on the lore of one of our sort of favourite players. Now, obviously, it's not a real podcast. It was just a joke. But if anyone's actually interested, I might be able to turn like something like that into something a bit more full length at some point if I had the time, if anyone was actually genuinely interested in something like that. So if you are, do let me know, because, hey, I just like expanding the lore of some of these players we've got now. I believe you owe me a game, Gaffer. Oh, this is bloody awkward, isn't it? Shouldn't you be in the casino, Sonny Jim? Right, so we've had one game off camera, which was the Brighton game away. We've got Huddersfield at home and Liverpool at home as well, which has been moved for television, so that's extra money for us, and that's all I care about right now. It's about the money. God, this felt good. I mean, this really did feel very, very good. I feel like we got what we deserved from a match for the first time in a little while, to be honest, and it very nearly could have been different. We took the lead in, I think it was 17 seconds. Not Cardiff. Brighton had not touched the ball. The ball was played out to Nerfville on the left-hand side. He had to play as Dimitrov was just needed a rest. He runs down the wing a little bit and just whipped a ball over the back of the back line, and Beiser just gets onto it and pings it in the top corner from just inside the penalty area. It was a really, really good goal from Josef Beiser. So that was really pleasing to see him get on the score sheet again. He is our top scorer now this year, but it's nice to see him scoring goals for us. I feel like he's going to be our striker for a long time, I feel like. But he's obviously having a bit of a rocky start, and it's always tough because this system that we play with 1DM, as you know from the early days, it isn't conducive to our striker getting a lot of goals, but he is doing his part and he is our top scorer now. Unfortunately, Cesar Montes, Brighton's first chance of the game came from a corner and it was headed straight into the back of the net, just like the Stuperovic one against Bristol City. It's frustrating because I thought we'd kind of killed that. We were pretty good at defending corners, but it seems to have gone the other way again. We pushed for the rest of the match and definitely deserved the win in the end, and it eventually came. It was very, very fortunate. Ball weighted by Nerfville again. Z Maria strikes it. It deflects off the post, hits the defender, and then Beiser's on the end of it to make it 2-1, and that, what I thought was going to be the goal that won the game, and obviously it was in the end. But then thankfully in like the later stages, only 5 minutes later really, Kit Kat got the ball out on the right, he cut back in on his left foot, whipped it across, and there at the back post was Frano Fazic off the bench to replace Liam Miller to make it 3-1 and give us a win away at Brighton. And my god, did we need that, because we'd gone 5 games without a win and we're really looking bad. I would have preferred the clean sheet though, and that leaves us in 13th place. The thing is, we are currently sitting 8 points clear of the relegation zone, and we have a game in hand on some of the teams below us, which is mental when you consider that we've only got a point a game. We're only on for just under a 40-point season, and I mean, this is crazy. It just shows you the gap in class between really the top 6 and everyone else, to be honest. Everton are just sort of there. But look at the goal differences on the teams in the top 6. Manchester United, plus 37 after 17 matches. It's mental, some of the scorelines being put past these teams at the moment down at the bottom. And that's why I'm so proud of our goal difference of -6. When you look below, there's -20s in there, -21. I think we're going to be fine just by winning some matches. Like, I could see the survival point this year being under 30 points at the moment, and that is disgraceful, to be honest. But we're halfway there already, lads. We're only on a point a game, and we're bloody 13th. This is a good season so far for us, really, and long may it continue, as I always say. Also, to the surprise of exactly no one, we got Norwich in the FA Cup, 3rd round, because apparently this game just loves drawing me against Norwich in cup competitions. Hopefully we'll do a better job this time. Right, without further ado, let's get into today's game against Huddersfield. They're the massive favourites, and they've done all right, actually. They're up in 10th with 21 points. They're looking completely fine at the moment. Erik ten Hag is their manager. Isn't he the current Ajax manager? That might be wrong. Might be Feyenoord. I don't know. Right, so rotation is definitely on the cards. That being said, let's check what system. Oh, good Christ. We've not played a team that plays like this for endless amounts of time. We know that we'll get the wing space for sure, so we're going to use KitKat more attackingly. And I think we'll probably need a single DM, because when we push our wingbacks forward, we want him to sort of slot in between them and provide a sort of back three almost. I think we're just going to go with the normal setup for now. It's the number 2 is their real danger man, it would seem, on this right-hand side. This pre-game analysis I really do think is important. So with Tommy Smith, we're going to press him a bit high. We're not going to mark him, obviously, because he's a fullback, but I want to make sure that he doesn't get a chance to do things. I feel like this stuff genuinely can make a huge difference if you get it right, which rarely I do, probably. Quick pick. I might do the unrestricted one, because it just seems to... Yeah. I don't want Fazic on the right wing. He does seem very eager to put John Hume into that role too, which is pleasing, because he's actually done all right, but I'm still thinking I prefer Kubat in there. Roussel is in need of a rest, unfortunately. He's not... Has he got good or bad stamina? Weirdly, he's constantly needing rests all the time. We'll drop him out for John Gray, move these two back over. It's fine, they have a partnership. I'm going to keep Vashon Nerfil in for today. Dimitrov's done okay this year, but I just want to see if Nerfil is as good as he was in the last game. Okay, so on the bench, Boskovic, Basic, Hume, Borlina, Dimitrov, Hunter, and Frano Fazic. Okay, virtually devoid of regens, apart from Brooke Shields here up front. Is he? No, it can't actually be. Barry Shields, great name. Okay, so before we do anything, I'm going to turn KitKat here onto a wing-back on attack, because I really, really want these guys getting forward a little bit more. And Booty, I'm going to make him more defensive, just so that he sits a little bit deeper, in theory. I know I could change his tactical role, but I'm actually quite pleased with that. I think I might well have just forgotten to do the pre-match team talk, so that's not good, really, is it? But we'll see how we do in these wide areas, because this is where we're going to get a lot of joy, you'd feel. They're going to have acres of space for themselves. Look at this. We just need balls in the box today. Maybe we should have gone for a slightly taller striker. Nerfil's already through. Bizer blocked. Pick a good ball now, mate. Ball in. Bizer heads it over the crossbar. We're not getting into those positions enough. So much space to run into. Look at the room outright. Zimaria and KitKat, they're probably getting in each other's way a little bit, which is a bit annoying. Zimaria going through a few. Miller, one-touch finish. Saved by Sergio Rico. Okay, we're looking like the better side now, starting to turn the screw a bit. Okay, decent first half. We've been the better side, kept them to no goals, but we've not really taken our chances ourselves. A couple of little changes I think I want to make. So, because of the lack of Tommy Smith, they're obviously going down this side too, but we can deal with that. The other thing is, I think we need to turn off working the ball into the box. We've not got a huge amount of possession, and I feel like if we just maybe don't beat around the bush as much, we might be a bit better. I think this is the kind of game that we could snatch 1-0 and it would be very, very nice. Or it could turn into another Palace/Cardiff type of game again. Zimaria goes through a few. Out wide for Nerfil. Constant overloads. Go on, ball in. Bizer's header saved by the goalkeeper. Good start to the second half. More of that, please. We're dominating them in this area. They've got no answer for it. Nerfil. Into the box. Zimaria. Oh, saved by Sergio Rico. Chances are coming thick and fast now. Good. I really don't want to push it to attacking just in case we lose. Please, no. Seri's ball. And a John Gray own goal. I cannot believe this! Oh well, I mean, that's just what you get, innit? One defender flicks it on, hits another one and goes in. At what point? What can you do? Like, I don't know. Okay. Better side in every possible aspect of the game. And we're going to lose at home. Go on. Oh, and he was... Well, I mean, he has fouled him there. Seri's probably going to get a yellow card, but it's not going to matter. Given a warning. Brilliant. Well done, John. And that's the end of the match. Didn't even let us take the free kick. What an absolute... I'm going to accuse him of match fixing for that. Seri brings him down while we're through. He doesn't get booked for it, and he doesn't let us take the free kick. Unbelievable. Stockport 0, Huddersfield Town 1. They created nothing, basically, in the entire match. This is what we're up against at the moment when this sort of stuff's happening. I still feel like over the course of the year we'll be fine, but when this sort of stuff happens, it's like head in hands time, particularly as we were decent against Brighton. Probably better today, but there you go. On to Liverpool now. Great. Thierry Henry now managing Liverpool, so something's definitely changed. Now, they reckon Liverpool are actually going to play 4-4-2, and I'm wondering, we're at home, should we maybe just play the 1DM? Because we're usually good against 4-4-2s when we do that. So maybe we should offer a bit more and actually try and nick something in this game by playing a single DM rather than both of them. So we're obviously going to go after Arthur, and we're going to close down Salah because he's a wide playmaker. Very strange idea. And I switched things over here, so we've got the Volante on this side now, because someone said that was a better idea, because obviously they're going to clash with here. But I think, you know what? Today might be a day where we could actually play like this, along with Roussel, because John Gray scored an own goal against Huddersfield, and I love John Gray, but that is unacceptable behaviour, buddy. So on the bench, we're going to go with Boskovic, Basic, Hume, Borlina, Nerfield, Puimal, and Fazic. It's going to be tough, that much we know, but I feel like we should at least try and offer something in this game. And yeah, we probably will get beaten this one, but it's worth a go when they're playing a 4-4-2 to play a system that we know at least works well against poorer sides playing 4-4-2. So it might just give us a couple of chances and maybe enable us to stop them a little bit. I don't know. I think their sheer quality of player will shine through in the end. This is a complete and utter free hit. Maybe there'll be a miracle in the works for us today. Even if we just kept the scoreline down again like we are trying to against the big sides, I'd be okay with that. That goal difference is worth gold dust to me. Alexander-Arnold. Right, where the hell is Regan Booty? I mean... Oh, it's disallowed because he's offside, but Booty was way too advanced up the pitch to be playing in that DM role. Like, they got him behind here, and Booty's... I mean, he's not offside, is he? Like, he simply isn't offside. Bizer wins it. I can't get to the second ball. We're fighting hard so far, but we're not offering much going forward. And maybe I should turn off work ball into the box so we're a little bit more free when we get the ball in good areas rather than trying to work it, just trying to take the chances. That's a really good ball, actually. Oh, please, no. Oh, God. That's a really good goal from Lautaro Martinez, but... such a difficult move to pull off there. Like, we're completely set here, doing a decent job, looking good, and then Virgil van Dijk just pings this ball in behind. Kit Kat should do a bit better, but to actually get a good cross in from there, nobody tracks Lautaro Martinez either, which is bad. In a game like this, it's always tough to know what to do, really. That's such a strange place to have a heat map. It's really weird. It's almost like they're playing a 4-2-4, because they're pushed up their wingers so high. Maybe just having extra players, where they're getting all that heat map, maybe having an extra player in that position wouldn't be the end of the world. Kubat here. What is that? Like, no, this is the... What is that? Why is it doing that? It's like it's... He gets the ball and then it just sort of... What? It doesn't make any sense as to why that would happen. And now they'll probably score from it. Like, what was that entire move? What was that? I hope they'll actually show Kubat in the middle. No, they actually won't. I don't know what that even was. Kubat brings... He just... I don't know. And then... Oh... Jesus Christ. Oh, now Kubat's going to get sent off. Yep, the rain just keeps on pouring here. Elwood and Kubat now getting red carded. Off you pop, Sonny Jim. That's the perfect start to the second half. Wow. When it goes wrong, it really does go wrong, doesn't it? Just going to move to this approach, because what choice have we got? Basically, we'll have to have another DM. We'll just have no support for Josef Bizer and just have to hope now that we can try and just sit tight for the rest of this match. Salah goes all the way through. Di Maria has now won it, but he's going to have to look for Bizer, and it's the only player he's got. He's managed to find him, though. Josef Bizer, can he score? Oh, what a block again from Van Dijk. Van Dijk is a beast. Guys, why don't they get back? They just sort of dawdle back up the pitch somehow. Oh, good God. We've only committed 9 fouls, and now we're down to 9 men. Oh, Jesus. If this was a Friends episode, it'd be titled The One Where Everything Went Wrong. You have to laugh. You have to laugh. And I know we could try and sort out defensively. Oh, God. Yeah. But at this point, when you've got 9 men, I'm not really sure what you can do defensively anymore. To give you an idea, we've had games this year where we've committed 25 fouls, and we've only committed 10 in this entire match, and we've had 2 red cards. Got men into the channel, Kuhn could whip it across, and Salah puts it in for 4-0. Yeah, we're getting our arses handed to us, but, you know, 9 men will do that to you. Ball across, Fazic just threw, he nearly scored. Frano Fazic nearly scored and got one back. We've done all right in terms of creating chances today. If only we had, like, the full quota of players. Dimitrov's ball. Toro clears, and that's full time. Stockport 0, Liverpool 4. Hey, once a season you might get an absolute mess of a game, and that is that mess right there. Did Booty get booked? His bookings were 7 minutes apart. We committed 11 fouls in the entire match and got 2 red cards. Mental. But there you go. A 4-0 defeat at home to Liverpool. Not ideal, I'll give you that. Well, still 13th in the league, still 6 points above the drop zone despite that. We do have to pick up the pace a little bit and stop doing things like dropping points against Bristol City and losing at home to Huddersfield. Those were dreadful results. And I still think we're going to be fine in terms of staying up this year. I feel like we can just manage this gap for the rest of the year. That's my plan anyway. I want to do Man City, but then it'll only be 2 games off camera again. Maybe a double livecom Manchester City and Stoke in the next episode? I don't really know. I guess we'll go with that, maybe. Unless I change my mind and then we'll do Tottenham or something. I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this episode, despite what on earth that was in those 2 matches, then drop a like on the video for my misery. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for probably a double livecom of Manchester City and Stoke, because, hey, we need to see us play against Manchester City at least once this year, since they are our biggest rivals. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.